Hey guys, this is KillerDave here, and welcome back to another episode of the Hunter Call of the Wild. In the last episode, we did the first two missions, and it seems like when I logged in and visited this outpost, which is where I restarted, it actually completed that third mission, which was here, visit an outpost. So I'm okay with that. It means our next mission is to travel to Rathenfeld and take a picture of a fallow deer. So if we track that mission and look at our map, so we're already in Rathenfeld. So we just have to take a picture. So you can do that by pressing R, I think. Nope, it's not R. I'll have to look up the button. But as you can see, I'm level 7 and I have $47,000. So I have been playing a little bit offline, but I haven't done any of the missions. I've just kind of been, playing around, hunting around. So I was thinking that we would upgrade just a little bit. So one of the things I was thinking of getting is to see if there's a collar for the fallow deer. So here's one. It's an innovative antler rattler that mimics the sounds of antlers clashing. So that might be what we buy, because we're going out to find fallow deer, and I've found that using these deer collars really helps and makes it a lot easier. So we're gonna buy this, and I also want to buy this. It attracts small predators like coyote and red fox. Just as something to have. Now, the next thing is I was gonna buy the rifle. I was gonna, skip all the way up to this, but I think I'm just going to go one step up. Let's actually just buy the huntsman. That sounds good. So we're gonna get the huntsman. It's a nice little upgrade, but now you can see that it is a 270. So we need to buy some ammo for it. So we can get the polymer tip or the soft point. Since I have quite a bit of money, let's just get the polymer tip. And I think this is 5 of each. So let's buy, I don't know, 10. That'll give us 50 bullets, I think. I don't remember how many times I've clicked this. Let's just go until I hit 16,000. There you go. So we got that, and now the last thing I was thinking about getting is a new rifle sight. So you can see right now we have this one, which goes 1 to 4 times, and there's this next one which goes 4 to 8 times. So that will double our magnification, and let's buy it. Boom. So now we have no money, but we are super. Ooh, a roe deer mating call. Not what we need. So now we are super ready and rearing to go. So if we go to our inventory here, you can see that we need to come here, go to storage, and then put the weapons over here. So we want the huntsman with the polymer tip bullets, the new scope, and then we want to have both of these. Perfect. There we go. Alright, so now if we bring here, we can see we have the huntsman. Put it right there. If we click that, we see the Skype. We put that. There you go. Perfect. And now we have those two. Let's put the antler rattler as 5 and the predator as 6. So here we go. Boom. Here's the new gun. There's the new sight. Super awesome. Alright, I think we're ready to go. So it looks like I almost have 100 bullets, which is, more than enough. So we're just going to run around Rathenfeld until we find a deer. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I just heard a warning call. So there it is, of a fallow deer. So hopefully that attracts it over here. I suppose if he's an aggressive one, hearing those antlers rattling will make him come over here. But we'll see. So right now we're just crouched. All we need to do is take a picture of it, which is P, by the way, not R. So if we see it, oh, there's one. You see it? It's just a lady. Now I don't know, like, is this gonna count? I don't know if that counted or not.
I think you need to get a bit closer for a clearer picture.
Need to get closer. Alright. How close does she want me to get?
I just received the picture.
Boom.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm sure Gerlinda will love this. Everything you see now is part of the reserve, but the land itself is actually
So let's
privately
just
owned
take
by
one
the
of
Zama
these.
family.
Oh, he
Current head
dodged.
is Wabed Zama, and he's very supportive.
What a dodge.
Well, as long as it doesn't get in his way.
Oh, it just pooped itself. I would have too.
Zama family business has an
Alright, let's listen to this
agricultural
lady.
arm, which include the grain and cornfields spread throughout half of the reserve. Unfortunately, fallow deer love corn, and they've dug into the Petersheim fields recently. Zomer usually turns to Gerlinda to keep the fallows off his fields, but she's been bogged down with the book lately. If you feel like hunting some fallow deer in Petersheim, Zomer will make it worth your while.
Alright, I think that's a quest to go to Petersheim. A mating call of a roe deer. So let's go to our mission log. We completed the picture. So you can either do the story mission or go to Jaeger 1 and find 5 tracks of the same fallow deer in Rathenfeld. So, you know, let's do that, because that's actually really easy, because we just were at a fallow deer, so we just have to kind of follow it for 5 tracks. So let's just do that really quick. I think, yeah, that's the fox tracks. Man, I can't believe, like, right at the last second, just dodged. That's a fox. Oh no, it's roe deer. Alright. What do I know? So, if we click this, we are now, well, let's actually just follow one of these tracks that we know. So it goes here, and then I know it ran this way. So we should just be able to grab 5 tracks fairly easily. It looks like this is one of its earlier ones. There you go. Sweet. Alright, that was easy. New mission available. Jaeger 2. Well, what is it? ID calls from 2 different fallow deer. So, you know, oh, travel to Schoenfeld. Okay. What is that? Oh, it's a bunny rabbit. So, that's a different thing. Okay, so now if we look at our map, where's Schoenfeld? It's over there. Alright, so let's actually do this. So since I've already gone up to the cornfields, I have this outpost. So we can just fast travel there. And then we can complete the next mission, which is to, I think it was harvest a fallow deer at the cornfields. Is that what it was? We'll start tracking that one. Harvest 2 fallow deer in the Petersheim cornfields. I can do that. So we're over here. This is the one. Whoa, what was that? A mating call of a fallow deer. That is exactly what we need. So I think, is that way the cornfields? Not really. It's over there. So we'll just run over to the cornfields actually. First off. That way we just make sure we're not following some deer that's over here that won't give us credit. So I'm just going to head on over there, guys, and I'll bring you back when I'm there. Okay, so we traveled over to the Petershain cornfields, and there's some roe deer warning calls coming from like right over here. But we're looking for fallow deer, and we need to harvest at least 2 of them. So I'm thinking of just kind of walking around here. You can see there's a little hunting pressure from where I was probably over here a little bit ago, but it's not super vibrant. So not too much to worry there, but I think just kind of walk around, see if I get any calls from them, and then hopefully use that antler rattler to lure them in. Because if you saw in the last clip, they kind of all just started walking over to me until they were kind of on top of me. So those lures really work well. So there is a fallow deer track right here, trotting this way. So, you know, let's follow this. Oh, here's some poop. We'll see how old it is. Very old. So there was at least some going this way. So let's kind of head this way. I know it's very old, but hopefully we'll, you know, get lucky. Find them over here, because sometimes they just hang out places. So I'm just gonna run around a little bit until I find signs of a fallow deer, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, I'm not sure that the deer problem is as bad as they say it is, because I've kind of run around all over here and haven't even heard or seen signs of any deer. I've been using this to see if I can, like, you know, maybe get some call coming, but it did mention, you know, the Gerlinda, the person that would normally do this, would, you know, find a spot and just kind of hang out and let the deer come to them. So then I found this little bundle of wood which you can build into like a sort of like outpost. So I'm thinking of doing that and seeing if we just use this antler rattler a few times while up in here, if it works. So we're gonna get in here and see if we can lure some animals in here. So I'm just gonna, you know, hang out, sit on this bench, and see if we can find some fallow deer. Quick side note, this obviously isn't a very good shelter. The rain just comes straight through it. Still getting wet. No deer yet. No deer yet. Okay guys, I've been waiting here for quite a while and nothing really has happened. A roe deer actually just walked up to the side of the thing and I spooked it. You can see its tracks are right there. So I think we're gonna head out. But yeah, it like walked right here and like stared at me through the window and I was like, oh man. And then it just bolted. You can see it then ran that way. So maybe we can try that later when we purchase some scents, because I know you can like get deer scents so you smell like a deer, so like deer are more attracted to come to you. Because it kind of felt like just having the antler rattler wasn't doing much. So I'm just gonna continue running around trying to find some deer, and if I find any signs of a deer, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, we are on the trail of a fallow deer. So hopefully, it looks like there are multiple ones. I'm not going to click it, but you can see that's the same track as this one. So we're on the trail of a fallow deer. Hopefully this isn't like super old tracks and we're never going to be able to find them. But it looks like we're on the trail and hopefully this will lead us to some. Here's some poop from one probably. Very old, darn it. Alright, well, we're just gonna head in this direction where these tracks were going. See what we can see. This is still considered the cornfields. You can see it kind of extends a little bit over here. So I think maybe over here is the place to look. So I'm just gonna run around over here a little bit and see if I can find some deer. Okay, so I just found a roe deer But you know, not what I need. It's just kind of obnoxious. There's a ton of roe deer. I'm debating just getting it, you know. But I don't really want to increase the hunting pressure over here. Like, maybe that's why they're not there. Because I was here a while ago. I don't know. But this would be an easy one. She knows I'm here. What kind of resting spot is this? It's an eating zone for fallow deer. Interesting. What does it say? From 5 to 9:30. What time is it? Yeah, no, not even close. So super early in the morning they eat there, I guess. Oh, I spooked her. Oh no, I didn't. She's still right there. Should I do it? Nah, I won't. I won't. You've been spared. So we know fallow deer are here, and it looks like they were here in these footprints, but let me guess, it's very old. Yeah. So fallow deer were here at some point, but it looks like they're no longer here. So I'm kind of debating, since we know that's an area, and is this like part of it? Ooh, it's right outside of it. That would be super annoying if that was actually how it was. I was gonna say we could go back to the outpost and sleep. You can like sleep and pass the time. You can set what time to wake up. So we could do that and then come back here and see if they're there. But I don't necessarily want to do that if I don't have to. But it's kind of looking like we might have to, because I've yet to see any evidence of fallow deer that is recent in this area. I ran down, if you look on the map, I ran all the way down here. So now I'm kind of just going to get this area, because we kind of cut across earlier. So I'm going to see if there's any deer over here, but I'm not too hopeful, but we'll see. So I'm just going to head over there, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, I've been running around just about everywhere. You can see I was over here and then I just did this huge loop and there was already nothing in the middle. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is we're gonna fast travel this outpost, okay? So I'm thinking maybe they only come out in the mornings. So what we're gonna do is then sleep, so you can come here and then rest to a specific time. It costs a little bit of money, but it's okay. Come over there in the morning and see if there's some deer. But one thing I forgot to do at the beginning of the episode, I spent all my money like a fool. But the one thing I forgot is since I leveled up a little bit, we have 2 skill points and 2 perk points available. So if we go to our skills, it was a unanimous track. You know, go for the tracking. So if we look here, this says increases the distance at which tracks are visible and highlighted, and the tracking cone is narrower. So I don't think we really need that. This bottom one increases health. No, it's fine. You don't really die that often. Decreases your visibility in foggy weather. Decreases your visibility in rainy weather. I'd hope that means it decreases. I don't know, that's weird. Decreases like how much it is, like how bad your visibility is affected. Whatever. This reveals information about animals' gender on footprints and vocalizations. That's pretty good. Reveals information about group size when looking at need zone tracks, and health when investigating blood trails. That's pretty good. And reveals information about approximate weight and fur type when investigating disturbed vegetation. Alright, so I think we're going to do that. We'll go with these. So you need to spend 5 to unlock this, so we'll just buy another one of these, okay? So there we go. There's our skills there. we spent all our skill points. Now if we go to perks, I think we're gonna stick with rifles for now. We'll get far along in the rifle one. So this is increases ready speed after firing. That's not bad. Hold breath is an action that can be performed in aim mode. So yeah, that's when you hold shift and like your sight doesn't move as much. So decreased heart rate penalty from exhaling, which reduces the cooldown until your breath can be held again. That's pretty good. Decreases wobble when in aim mode. Each level unlocked. So that's just pretty good in general. Holding your breath increases zoom. Interesting. And what's this one? Ability to switch different zeroing distance. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let's get this one. And it looks like that also unlocks the ability to gauge lateral wind direction and speed when in aim mode. So I don't think we really need that yet. And let's do one in the breath. So it allows us to hold our breath more often. And it looks like that also unlocked the zeroing perk. So we might be able to get into that later. But what I'm going to do is rest until probably 4:30 in the morning. Let's do 4:30. Nice and early. So if we rest here, it's going to be dark, but it's okay. So we're going to head back over to here. Let's just, I think it's just this way. Yeah, let's just head back over to the Petersheim Cornfields, and hopefully it's just rampant with fallow deer. But for some reason I doubt it. So we're going to run over there, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm over there. Okay, so we are over at the cornfields, and as you can see, it's kind of foggy, which is a bummer. But if you remember, this need zone right here is from 5 to 9:30. So right now it is 4:46. So it took about 15 minutes to run on over here. So what I'm hoping is that the deer are somewhere nearby, and they're gonna be over there in that need zone. So if we just head over there a little quietly, just kind of walk over there. Not in any hurry. And hopefully we can get some deer there. Now, the one thing I was worried about was how... I don't see anything. Was how the need zone's slightly outside, but I think we should be able to lure them back with the antler rattler. So hopefully if we just head on over here, that they will come over, do their whole kneading thing, and hopefully we can finish this mission up. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled, keep it a little quiet, hopefully bag some deer. Okay, so we're over at the need zone, and of course I spot a roe deer, so that's obnoxious. But it is barely 5 in the morning. You can see it's exactly 5. So I'm gonna hang out here, and hopefully some deer come on by today. So we're just gonna hang out for a little bit, get some high ground, see what we can see. Alright guys, well, I've done the loop kind of thing. It is almost 6 in the morning. It looks like something's been over here eating, but guess what it is? A roe deer. So I think this game might just be confused as to what the problem is and what kind of deer eats here at 5 to 9 in the morning. But to enact my revenge, this little deer just can't live. There we go. So maybe the roe deer problem will stop. I had to test out my new gun. It worked flawlessly, might I add. But unfortunately, guys, that is it for this episode. I guess the elusive fallow deer. We didn't even see one. We took some pictures down in the beginning, but we didn't even see one. So we're just gonna harvest this guy and then sign off. So let's see how good of a shot that was. So it looks like it went through the lung and hit the backbone. Not bad. Alright, so we got a little cash from it, some XP, and some rifle score. So that is it for today's episode, guys. I might, in hopes of getting one next time, I might just go hunt outside of Petersham Cornfields. Maybe head over here and grab this lookout point. That way, the hunting pressure kind of goes away. And hopefully we can get some deer there in the next episode. But that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave the like button. Maybe that's why deer don't come here. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. But until next time, guys, I'll see you then.